Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony and this is Gems of War. And today we are going to be going over the September calendar and Illithia faction event, High, Mid, Low, Deathless, Pure. And then the weekly preview for Dhrak-Zum. Couldn't do this yesterday, Labor Day, missed a Sony home, Chatathon was the other day, etc. Like, just didn't work yesterday. She's now got Mondays off, which I don't know if it's gonna stay like that or not, but we should be okay. It's just like yesterday was a thing. Probably coulda did a short one, but I don't know. Didn't feel like it for real. Anyway, all right, let's go. Hit the like, turn in your ticket to the train. Let me set up the stream. I will run an auto battle. Where are we at? Dhrak-Zum. Dhrak-Zum is up top on the right. There we go. Trials. Boop. And bank. Bonk. I'll run this while I set up the stream and while I read the September calendar, which just came out after the Chatathon, I think, the other day. So, yeah, let me set her up, then I'll say hi to everybody, and then we'll get into it. Do that. Do this. Do I do that? Nah. Let's just get stuff going here. I got a thumbnail. Gems of War. Is it a faction guide? Kinda. Everything we didn't do yesterday. Yesterday I put out the Journey, right? Was it Journey? Journey event teams. High, mid, and low. It was, the restriction kind of sucks. So you might want to check that out. If you don't... Yeah, you know, some of my teams are different than other people's teams, probably. Did this... Oh, wait. No. Okay, well, I'll jump into the chat then. I'll say hi. That's what I'll do then, computer. Fine. Be that way. To like. Funky Town is here. How's it going, dude? Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for all the comments lately. I've been seeing those. Try to at least heart them. There's a couple people out there who leave like a bunch of comments and I'll at least heart one of them on the video, but other people leaving the one, you know, I'm gonna heart it at least, and sometimes I respond. If I have time, if you ask like a question. Alright, I guess I'll put some tags. Gems of War, Illithia. Alright. I put 2 I's instead of 2 L's. It's a weird one. Illithia. Gems of War. I don't know. What do we got? Journey? Gems of War Journey? Journey. Gems of War. Alright, who cares? Save. Okay, then I'll copy that and put it up in the tags while you watch the epic trials. Can the IA Auto Battler win? Looks like they won pretty easily there. That's good. Buy the pet. Come on. See if they can win the next one. Alright, got that, boop. Yes. That. Yes. Save. Okay, I think I'm ready, y'all. I think I'm ready. Hit the like in the chat, live chat. Alright, so I'm gonna do the September event calendar first. Let's do it. September event calendar. We have the week of September 1st, 2025. That's this week. This week we have a Dhrak-Zum week. Got Dhrak-Zum Underspire, Dhrak-Zum Epic Trials, Dhrak-Zum Event Key Drop Table, Dhrak-Zum Weapons in the Soul Forge, Dhrak-Zum Glory Shop Troop, etc. Journey event is the event for the guild for the week. I have a video, high, mid, and low teams from yesterday. It's like 10 minutes. Today, Tuesday, the 2nd, we have Illithia as our faction event. Tomorrow, we have Harry Hoarder, the pet. Thursday, we have Slayer class event. Friday, we have a new mythic. And this weekend, we have Bounty event. So that is what is going on this week. Dhrak-Zum week, Journey event for the guild. Tuesday, Illithia. Wednesday, Harry Hoarder. Thursday, Slayer. Friday, new mythic. And this weekend, Bounty event. Next week, we have Suncrest. I feel like we just had Suncrest. Maybe that was a Guild Wars thing, though. Probably. Alright, so Suncrest is the kingdom for next week, the week of the 8th of September. We got a world event, Stonesong Eerie on Tuesday. I don't know that bird's name. It's the little, like, parrot. It's probably just called something parrot. Bonnie Rose's parrot, maybe? Some little parrot. Little birdie. Little birdie pet. Thursday, we have Stormcaller class event. And then that weekend, we have a Vault event again. That's probably one of the most, other than, like, the new Mythic this week, we have another Vault event. So 2 Vault events in 3 weeks. The reason that is happening is because they had to push back Guild Wars 1 week. So I guess instead they gave us a Vault event, which is cool. The update, the 8.8 update, is like mostly Guild Wars focused, so maybe they're still messing with it, still tweaking their nipples, and they had to move it back a little bit. So instead we get a Vault event, which is nice. How'd you do in the previous Vault event this past weekend? Put it in the chat. Yeah, that is next week. The week after that, the week of September 15th, we have a Blighted Lands week. An invasion for our guild event. Fell Roost on Tuesday. A new pet on Wednesday. It's a little pirate guy. Thursday we have Diabolist class event. And that weekend is Guild Wars. So starting on the 18th of September and going through the 21st of September is the next Guild Wars, which I think is a red restriction. I do have a team for that. See how it does. Be a nice test for it. The week after that, the week of the 22nd of September, we have a Mist of Scales week. That is, Takshaka, right? Takshaka? Takshaka and Marilith and stuff like that, right? So 22nd of September, Mist of Scales. That week is a Tower of Doom week. Dark Pits is on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have some sort of flower pet. It's like an ugly brown flower. Like a Venus flytrap kind of thing, maybe not. Thursday is Assassin class event, and that weekend is the expanded faction. We'll see which one that is in a second. The final week of September is a Divinian Fields week. Raid boss is the guild event. Tuesday's Wild Court. Wednesday, I'm losing track of these pets, man. I don't know. It's a fire bird. Little fire bird. Mullet blowing in the wind. Thursday, we got Oracle class event, and another new mythic on the 3rd of October, right? And then another bounty that weekend. So that is the calendar. New mythic for Karakoth on the 5th of September. Tome of the Cursed God campaign ends on the 8th of September. Axe of the Horde campaign begins on the 15th of September and goes through November 24th. Guild Wars is red attack restriction starting on the 18th of September. Set your keep on the 15th of September. New cosmetic pet on the 17th of September. That's that pirate, skeleton pirate, or I don't know. I think it's a skeleton. Might be a voodoo doll. Can't tell. It's too small. 8.8 is now expected to be released in early September. There may be a delay in this update releasing on Switch. Once we have that information or confirmation, we will update and share that in the 8.8 patch notes. Studio close dates: 23rd and 24th, 26th, and 2nd of October. So, yeah, I think the update will probably happen on next Tuesday. Probably. I would say the 9th of September, most likely. I guess it could be on the 16th of September, but I think the smartest time to be doing it, the most likely time to do the update would be on the 9th of September, though. So that's the calendar. Chad is here. Chad, what it do? Dunking it. On fire. Dunking it. Doing a 360 dunk. Doing a backflip off the rim. Yoke the Ham is here. Working and lurking. You'll take Vault event over Guild Wars anytime? Yeah, it's more resources for sure. Alright, so we won again here. Cool. Let's get into, I guess, the faction event. It is Tuesday, so we'll do the faction event. Got Illithia. So, you know, try to get it done for free, or buy up to the weapon, or do Pure 500 and Deathless. Most people doing it for free today. Do every room, go to level 90, super fast, lots of gold. Alright, so I'm going to go do it in the Underworld, though, so I don't waste my sigils. Illithia should be up here where Dhrak-Zum is on the real on the kingdom map. Dhrak-Zum is in the upper right. Well, the associated kingdom, Illithia, is in the upper right, right under it. It's the underworld of Dhrak-Zum. It's called Illithia. Alright, let's see what I got here. This is the low-level team. We got Balder. He just made it onto our top 20 epics. If you haven't seen that video, you should probably go check it out. We did the top 20 epic troops in the game. I think Balder was like top 5, definitely top 10 epic in the game. By epic, I mean its base rarity. So it's got 4 stars on the bottom under level 20. It's got 4 stars. That means it's an epic, a base rarity epic troop. So that's what I mean by top 20 epics. So yeah, we could do Balder as our low-level team. I don't know what level we're on, though. Hopefully not 500. Nope, just 50. Good. So any blue weapon will work here. You could do Osha's Tome, you could do Jar of Eyes, you could do Wand of Stars, you could do... Any blue weapon works here. Boop. Pop. And take some extra turns. Boop. Take some skulls. Bop. Pretty easy for low-level players. If you don't like Balder as the low-level team, I have probably at least 5 other videos on Illithia with different teams for high, mid, and low. So go check it out. Right, I'm just going to run away. Showed the team. Let's do a high-level team now. Here's the team code if you're looking to somehow copy that. If you're really smart, smarter than me. Or if you just have patience and you pause it. Or if you can just remember the troops. Just do Titan class, 50% start Balder. Do double blue-red, because your whole team is blue and red. Alright, let's do a high-level team. We have blue and purple. What would be the meta? What would be, if you have everything in the game? Probably the fastest team in the game that there is. That way you can go get a bunch of gold as fast as possible. The Miraji Queen, who made our top 20 legendaries, of course. Banners, well, you know, I don't know. Probably brown, because we like to do brown with Pharaoh Khafre. And it doesn't really matter, just anything, especially a minus in green, I would say. So brown, purple, sure. Class doesn't matter because we're not using our hero. But there's your high-level team. You probably already knew if you're doing this event today and you're a high-level player with everything in the game, you probably did not need this team. But just as a reminder, this is the best thing you could be doing to get it done as quick as possible. Khafre gets up your Chrysanthrax, bang, boom, you win. Use your Nisha medals. Alright, let's run away from that. I'll show the team code. And we'll make a mid-level team. There you go. High level, if you want to copy that, do it. Alright, mid-level, in case you don't have Chrysanthrax, in case you don't want to do a low-level team, you want to do something fast, but you don't have the fastest thing in the game. See if we can come up with something for you. Base rarity, okay. Let's go to legendary. We got blue, we got purple. What do I like? I like Venoxia, I like Shagaroth, I like Queen Beatrix. What's the first one I see? Got Queen Beatrix, could do that. This is my, hey, I'm slightly further than just using Rowan all the time team. Right here. Weapon, I don't know, we'll do Wildfolk Mystic, Dragon. When you got purple and blue, you want to do Leprechaun. Or Thrall, but Leprechaun's an ultra rare. Let's go down to L. Oops, don't know the alphabet. You go back to school, right? Isn't he an ultra rare? Am I tripping? Maybe. Thought he was. Anyway, let's do this. Just go to L. Leppy, where you at? Yeah, he's ultra rare. Why did he not pop up? I don't know. Who cares? Recruit! This doesn't matter that they're the same colors because Leprechaun is empowered. He starts with full mana. We really only want to cast him once, so no big deal. Weapon, use whatever, man. Doesn't really matter. I would suggest using something that's a color you're not using already. So you could go in here and be like, oh, let's just cross all these out and see what we got. And then just find something, your best mana generating weapon that includes these colors. You know, like, you could do the green shovel. You could do, well, no. Well, you could, though. But, I don't know. I'm thinking like Mountain Crusher or something. But, whatever you want. This is my super duper, like, hey, like I just said before. Right after Rowan. You get Queen Beatrix, you can handle, like, dungeons with traps and stuff like that. Venoxia will make blue for Queen Beatrix. Queen Beatrix does true damage to all, so does Venoxia. Brown here for the Mountain Crusher comes from Queen Beatrix as well. So if you cast Queen Beatrix, it's going to get up Venoxia and Mountain Crusher. If you cast Venoxia, it'll get up Queen Beatrix. If you blow up the Leprechaun, it gets up these two. So works really good. And we got a bunch of green on our team. And maybe brown, just to get up that green, brown, maybe red. Go like this, go all in on your weapon. Sometimes I do that. Got Mountain Crusher, Venoxia, Queen Beatrix, Leprechaun. Class, I would probably do like Archer. Green Storm. Both of our damage dealers are throwing green up there. Might as well have a Green Storm. At least for a little bit till you cast your Mountain Crusher. Then you got a Brown Storm. But hey. Let's do this. Right? You could also do like Tesla with Thrall and Leprechaun if you want. That's another option. See how quickly it's like, boom, you're dead. We'll run away. Got a lot to do today, so I'm only doing like one fight. But you get the... We've seen these teams a million times, especially if you've been watching. Shouldn't have done 50 here. Oops. But here's the team code. And let's do Deathless and Pure. I'm probably not going to run all the way through the Pure. We've done that before on the channel, I'm sure. If you need it, you can find it, most likely. Just look it up. Sony Cool Gems of War, Illithia Pure. Sure, I have them all done, and I think I recorded every time I got them done, too, just because it's something you only do one time. What would it be here? What would be Illithia's Pure faction? We got Hive Mind, steal magic from an enemy and shift it to a random skill on all allies. Wouldn't it be cool if it shifted it to magic? Good morning, JM Ricks. A lot of y'all are from Texas, I'm pretty sure. It's crazy like how most of my... Well, we have some people that are close. I don't know. It's like there's half of y'all are super close to me, and then half of y'all are super far away from me. Not too much in the middle. Yeah. Some of y'all like Chad and Mark and Faceless One, who I haven't seen in a long time, but I just know where he lives. And Tim, who I haven't seen in a long time. Those guys live close to me. And then people like Funky Town Trey, JM Ricks. Live far away from me. Anita, Sana, they live far away. Different countries. So this one, I don't know. This one, we got create 9 purple gems, steal magic from an enemy, and shift it to my life. I really can't remember what to do on Illithia. I know you got Illithian Servitor. You're probably going to use at least one of these. Deal damage to all enemies, then steal 2 magic from all survivors. Steal magic from an enemy and shift it to both life and armor. You're probably going to need that as a tank, right? Mind Eater. Deal damage to an enemy if they survive. Steal 4 magic. Definitely these two with this thing in front. I can't remember. I think, isn't this one a harder one? Alright, so we got... Steal magic from an enemy and shift it to a random skill on all allies. It's not bad, but what if you get, like, life or something stupid? Or attack? Attack would only help the first ally. Crystal Intellect, 9 purple. Shift it to my life. Steal magic from an enemy and shift it to both life and armor. I mean, that could, like, steal all the enemy's life. I think we'll probably do at least 2 of these, right? So I'm gonna start there. Maybe one other thing. Is it this? Steal magic from an enemy and shift it to a random skill on all allies. Is it this? Create 9 purple gems, steal 42 magic from an enemy and shift it to my life. That could be your second tank. And making mana, like purple. 9 purple isn't very good, though. There's like no mana generator here. That's the only thing that could potentially mana generate. Guess that's what I would do. You could throw it here, it'd be like your second tank, kind of, because it's stealing life. Then the purple goes to Illithian Servitor, maybe? Banner, we got all blue. And, I mean, probably purple. Blue, purple, minus red, sure. Alright. So this would be my suggestion. I don't think I'm going to run it. We just got way too much to do today, and kind of is what it is these days. But if we have time, maybe later. Maybe at the end of the stream I'll run the pure. But this is what I'm thinking. I'm usually right. So Illithian Colossus will tank for you. You're probably going to want to steal magic from every enemy. So like start with the most dangerous enemy, whoever might kill you. You know what I mean? Start with them and steal their magic. And then, you know, the next most dangerous enemy, steal their magic, and then steal everything from, like, this troop, you're going to steal magic from every enemy until they're drained all the way. And that'll give you life and armor and, like, keep this thing up. And it's got 50% skull reduction. And then you got Crystal Intellect here as your mana generator. It's only 9 purple, but we have nothing else, so it's the best we could do. But it's going to also steal magic from enemies and shift to their life, to its life. So it can help you do that quicker and get up your Illithian Servitors quicker. So you're trying to drain all the magic from all the enemies as soon as you can. It's kind of, I think if I remember right, it's like a race between you and the enemy team. Because like the first fight and the last fight, they're going to be trying to do the same exact thing to you. So you got to like hurry up and like drain their magic before they drain your magic. It can get into, it could suck. Like this one sucks, I think. If the enemy gets out ahead of you and drains all your magic, it's going to be tough. Like, you might have to restart, you might have to try again. You really got to get out there and drain their magic before they drain yours. That's like the whole strat to this pure faction. You drain their magic before they drain yours, right? This thing is going to do damage to all enemies, then steals 2 magic from all survivors. So hopefully, 2 magic is like pretty much nothing, but hopefully you get to cast it a few times and get some magic, your damage goes up a little bit. But I'm really going down like these first 2 are your tank / mana generator here. And then we're just going to be doing damage. So try to drain the enemy's team's magic down to 0. And then you're going to pretty much slowly chip away at them while they can barely hit you back. Is the goal. So here's the team code. If we have time at the end of the stream, I'll run it. But we'll see. See how it goes. It's September. We're starting over. Starting from scratch. Alright. Let's put a Deathless up here. Deathless. I always look for High King Irongut and Zolgoth, and I think you got them. Probably know the team if you've been following the channel for any length of time. We do this every Tuesday, and this is an option like 75% of the time, probably. And it works 99% of the time.
They shall feel my fury.
It's your Leprechaun.
Hey, come here.
This here There you go. So the goal is to, well, let me get the banner. Banner would be blue, green. We got blue, yellow, brown, green, red, purple. We have every color, so I think this is fine. Or, you know, you could do, let's do this actually. High King Iron-Gut's gonna get, he's in front, so he can get every color. All three of his colors. So if we minus one of his colors, it's not a big deal. But you could do this one too. Whatever you think. But blue-green is like what you're trying to plus. What you minus, you can either minus red or you can minus like brown or yellow. I feel like he's fine. He's going to get blue and yellow. He's going to get all the blue and all the yellow. So why not minus his brown, you know? While here, the Zolgoth's not going to get all the blue. And, but he is getting all the red and purple. But then if you minus red, he's now not getting the blue or the red, and he's just getting purple. So, yeah, I think this would be the way to go, probably. As far as class, though, you want to do Elementalist, because you're trying not to die. That's the main goal. And you want to put on Orpheus medals. But you go into the fight, you devour with High King Iron-Gut. You know, you cast your Leprechaun, of course. That hopefully gets up your High King Iron-Gut. If it doesn't get up your High King Iron-Gut, it gets up your Essence of Evil. Let's say it gets up your Essence of Evil. Then you take your Essence of Evil, you cast it on their last slot. That way you can try to terror them. Or you can cast it on their first slot to make sure they don't hit you back and kill you. So maybe first cast to their first slot, just as, you know, defensively, and to get up your High King Iron-Gut. Then Devour with High King Iron-Gut. You should have close to 100% Devour rate with, you know, Horde level. Devour once with High King Iron-Gut, and then get it up again and Devour again. And then use Zolgoth, and then all the skulls on the board from the Zolgoth, you got a bunch of attack from Devouring, boom, you kill them with the skulls. So that's how it usually goes. And sometimes your Essence of Evil can even tear away the last slot of the enemy, too. So you got like 3 different ways to instant kill with this team. You're tying them all up with the Elementalist. Your Orpheus medals will help you if you get tied up. Your Essence of Evil's tying them all up, too. So if your Elementalist only ties up like these two, then your Essence of Evil can tie up this one, and now you got everybody tied up, they can't kill you. And then you're instant killing with Devour and Zolgoth, so it's one of the best deathless teams in the game because of all of that. That's what I would suggest for deathless if you're trying to get Illithia maxed out. Or just get more renown there, I don't know. You're in Minnesota? There you go. So you're one of the close ones. One of the close ones. Alright, well that's the faction event. Just trying to do it as quick as I can today. We got too much to go over, so... And I don't think... I mean, I did a poll. Let's go look at the poll. I ran a poll about, like, how many of y'all do the faction event. I want to see what the results are. I know, like, kind of. On my community tab, sometimes I'll run a poll, so you gotta keep... Alright, here we go. I said, don't worry about how I feel about this. You are answering anonymously, and I'm genuinely curious. Do you do your faction events? 24%, there's 78 votes, which is like, that's alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. Be cool if we had over 100 at least, but come on. 78's alright. At least it's over 75. We got 78 people to vote. Okay, 24% said yes, most of them no matter what. 10% said no. Already got mine on 500, duh. Or I'm too low level. 22% says sometimes, maybe Tuesday, but not weekend or other way around. 50%, 50-50. So, almost as many people do it sometimes as do it all the time. And then I had, I'm a P99er, EQ, what, you know, WTF is a faction event. That actually won the poll with 44%. Which isn't surprising these days that I feel like more, no, I mean, all combined, Gems of War still has more people that voted, but, you know, EverQuest won the poll. EverQuest won the Gems of War poll, but you guys are all split over 3 options, so it's not fair. But if you take them out, which is almost half, so you almost have to double each one. So around 50% of the people are doing every faction event. That's good. Around 20% aren't doing it at all. Something like that. And, you know, another like 30% said sometimes. Something like that. It's close. little bit less than 50% are doing them all the time. A little bit more than, 30% are doing them sometimes, and then a little bit, like around 20% are doing them, not doing them. That's why it's anonymous. You don't have to worry about what I think about it. Like, my stance on it is that you should do it every time, no matter what. No matter what. There's no excuse that works. Okay, let's do the weekly preview, I guess. We did the September calendar. We did the Journey event teams yesterday. We did Illithia already today, and now we're gonna do the weekly preview. So, the Forest fights back. New epic troop, Forsaken Guardian. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Thank you, Sauna, so much for the gifted. Went to Joshy Z. Running out there with Chad. The usual suspects. Come on. The superheroes of the channel running out there. Gathering up. Discussing a strategy. Getting in a huddle. Checking their weapons. Loading them up. Cocking them back. That's what they're doing. Sharpening their swords. Practicing their magic spells. Tome of the Cursed Gods for 5 more days. So this is the last week of the campaign if you want to do any campaign business. Journey. Help your guild travel to a new kingdom. Build a team from a troop type dwarf and invade every day. It's actually dwarf and brown, isn't it? So, kind of tough. But I have 3 teams yesterday. I think I did pretty good, too. I've been getting real good at building teams, so go check it out. Go check out that video. I'd appreciate it. Illithia is today. We just did that right before this. If you need that, just go backwards about 10 minutes or something, right? I don't know. Magical beasts and where they live. The holiday event. I think it's over technically, but I think you can still spend your, points or whatever. Week of Undead. All Undead gain 10% of their skills. Week of Dwarves. All Dwarves gain 10% of their skills. Bonus Souls. Use the Forsaken Guardian and PvP and Explorer to gain 40 souls. You almost never want to care about that or do it at all. Who gives a crap? Who cares if it's gold or souls or straight stones? Who cares? Like, no, I've never done that ever. I don't care about that. It doesn't matter. It's not enough extra to worry about it. Okay, so Soulforge. First thing smoking like always. We'll put them in order. We'll see if there's anything cool here. I already know there is kind of something, which is Al Din. This is the first time. The first time, right? I don't think I have that. Don't think I have it. Let's go check, though. Like, it's not... Here, I'll go unowned. Yeah, I don't have it. See? It was a PvP mythic, where you had to spend a bunch of gold marks on it instead of getting books. And now, look, everybody else is getting it for free. Not for free, but diamonds. Which is way better. 4,000 diamonds or 25,000 billion gold marks, you know? Yeah, definitely want to spend the... It's like, would you rather buy this for 4 pennies or $400 bills? I think I'll buy it with the 4 pennies. So I'm going to go buy Al Din with my 4 pennies right now. On stream, let's go. Got him. You got Joshy. We got Al Din. Is he good, though? We're about to see. Let's look at the dragon first, so I don't forget about it. We got Amaldrin. So if you are still looking for Diamantina, which is the last one you should be looking for, Chrysantherax is first, Stellarix is second, Diamantina's third these days. But there could be a person out there who was super close to Diamantina before Stellarix or Chrysantherax even came in the game, and all they need is the green dragon, and that would be the person that would craft this here in the Soul Forge. You got the other 5, you just need the green one, you saved up 2,000 Dragonite like a good boy or good girl, and now you can just craft it instead of randomly opening eggs and getting duplicates. Alright, let's look at these mythics. All of them now. We have Fallen Valdi's one of the worst in the game. Mamba Sira, one of the most mid in the game. Mithrilion, another mid. And we got the new guy, Al Din, who drains all mana from an enemy, deals damage to all enemies, boosted by mana drained. So not great. Not great. Physical damage, just one enemy. No great, no awesome traits or anything. He's kind of, they never really make the PvP like mythics awesome because they don't want it to be super pay to win type of deal. I guess. I don't know. They're never super awesome. So he's not great. He's probably better than Fallen Valdi's. Is he better than Mithrilion? Mithrilion's like a good tank, but not, you know. And then Mamba Sira, who's just damage, that's it. And then here's your turn, enemy. So, none of them are good this week for real. But if you don't have Al Din, that's the most important thing. Like if you're free to play, or it's not even free to play really. It's like everybody, because it's not really that you buy Al Din, you just spend gold marks on it. So for real, it's everybody. Everybody should get this if you don't have it. If you're getting mythics in the Soul Forge because of collection purposes, you have everything else in the game type of stuff. This is like high level players should be getting Al Din. Other people who are still saving up for like Ironhawk or High King Iron Gut or yada yada yada, their third Kafru or their second Kafru or their second Takshaka or third Takshaka or whatever, you should keep saving. I mean, he'll be back again one day. The Soulforge cycle works like that. He will come back again. This is just the first time he's been seen. Doesn't mean everybody should craft him. Just because it's the first time he's been seen in the Soulforge, that does not mean that every single person in the game should craft it. Just because you don't have it. No. This is for, like, me. Like, I don't have it because I'm obviously not going to spend 25,000 gold marks on it. So, I didn't have it, so now I have it. So that's the type of person that should be getting Al Din. He's not that great. So you shouldn't waste your diamonds getting Al Din if you're still waiting on something better. If you don't have the top 10, the top 20, even like the top 30, you should probably keep waiting and not get Al Din. Aladdin is his name, for real. Aladdin. Don't get it unless you are me or somebody that has every other mythic in the game. I don't know. I think Mithrilion might be slightly more useful than Mamba Sira. I don't know, though, because Mamba Sira I might actually use for real. Mithrilion just feels like slightly more powerful, maybe, like in a vacuum. But they're really close. They're both mid-mythics. But 24 blue, green, red, K-Zeal, Construct, explode a 3x3 block, gain armor, barrier, a random ally for every skull destroyed. So it's like a mana generator / tank. Reflects 75% of skull damage, 50% of spell damage. It's decent, but I haven't used it since it came in the game. I made a team for it when it came in the game. I thought the team was okay, and then I never used it again. Mamba Sira, like, very, very occasionally on like a world event with a weird restriction, you might use her. But that's about it. I know she's kind of cool. She does 6 times, but it's physical damage. It's random. It doesn't mean it's going to kill every single enemy. It could hit for 32 instead of 65. Like, she has no good traits, like, at all. There's no good traits. 25% spell reduction. That's like a epic trait. Maybe a legendary. That's not even none of these are mythic traits right here. And then this spell is, like, not a mythic spell for real. Like, it needs something else. Like, it's missing a whole sentence under it. And then it's missing a really good trait. That would make it a mythic. If Mamba Sira had something else under there, like, chance to kill, yada yada, or throws up a certain color gem, or does something else after it does this, like, then it would be a mythic. Or had a really cool third trait, it would be mythic. But it is mythic, but it just doesn't feel like a mythic. It feels like worse than some legendaries and epics and stuff. So I do not recommend Mamba Sira as a craft in the Soul Forge, basically. Big skip this week. This one's horrible. 24 blue, purple, brown, Dhrak-Zum, Undead Mystic. Deal damage to all enemies. Explode 3 Doom Skulls. Boosted by divine enemies. Silence divine enemies. Back in the day when divine was meta, they put this thing in the game to try to counteract the divine meta, but it didn't really work, and now divines aren't meta anyway, so that's why it's kind of sucky. that's the mythics. I would do a big skip unless you're a super duper high level player that does not have Al Den and you are waiting on it because it's the only mythic that you're missing type of deal. Legendaries, we got Aberrath. We got Urskula. We got Chernabog, who made our top 20 legendaries. And we got Foxglove. So I gotta say, Chernabog's the best one here because it actually made our top 20. It's 14 purple brown, Hellcrag Demon Construct. Create 10 brown gems, explode 45 gems, conjure a dust storm when my turn begins, which means every single turn you have a brown storm for the rest of your life. And then Stone Skin, 50% skull reduction. It's a really good mana generator. It's a construct, and it has a perpetual poo-poo storm with 50% skull reduction. Super solid legendary. Top 20. But remember, we only craft Tesla, maybe Ember Claws. That's really all you want to craft as far as legendaries go, because diamonds are precious, and you want to use them for mythics, not legendaries. No matter who you are, you know, you can go get a bunch of cool legendaries in the underworld if you're a beginner. You don't need Chernabog. Go get Harpy Mage instead, and it will do the same thing almost. It has a Dust Storm too, and it blows up the board too. And it's easier to get, and you don't have to waste diamonds. The Chernabog's the best one, but you shouldn't craft it. Urskula's probably second, just because it's 50% start for Urska, and you want that just to have it. So you can, sometimes if there's a Urska restriction, you might want to use her. I think it's a female. Aberrath is terrible. And what was the other one? Foxglove. Foxglove's kind of new. I think it was a holiday legendary, right? I have it, though, so it's not the first time you've ever been able to get it. It's okay. It's kind of like Beltane. And 18 green, yellow Valpakia Elemental Beast. Choose one. Convert blue gems to green and red gems to skulls, or convert brown gems to green and purple gems to skulls. Create an entangled gem when my turn begins. 20% chance to dodge skull damage. It's probably the second best legendary here. So Chernabog's the best. Foxglove's second best. And then you got Urskula, probably, and then Aberrath. But Urskula is like a tool for your tool belt, 50% start. It has an okay spell, too. It's not horrible. Yeah, Aberrath is bad. Fallen Valdes is bad. Al-Den is new, and Chernabog is good. Weapons! Anita with the gifted. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Went to Matt McLean. So Lion's here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Chad, Anita, and Sana out there. Alright, what do we got as far as weapons go? Remember, with weapons, you don't want to be crafting every single weapon that you're missing. You kind of just pick the best one and craft it because they don't cost very much, and you might need it for this week, or, you know, just start collecting them. I'd say anybody out there, if you want to, just the best weapon that you don't have, kind of. Might as well craft it. Super cheap, 200, you know, 300 diamonds, not very much. Forgotten Bolt, though, is in the guild event this week, so you're going to buy up to the weapon. You don't need to get it here and waste your diamonds and jewels. Stone Collar, Explodey, so a good candidate for maybe crafting. Always here, always here, always. Doomed Impaler, another good one. Doom Shovels are good. If you have a full team of red and then you face red enemies. Like a good place for this would be if you make a red team with the Doomed Impaler, and then you go open your vault keys, because there's 3 red gnomes there. So it's going to loop pretty good, because you know all the enemies are going to be red, or most of the enemies are going to be red. And with vault keys, it's every single time. It's 3 treasure gnomes, they're red, so it's a great time to be using, like, the Doomed Impaler. Right? And it's just good anyway. You probably want to get it. It is 900 diamonds, because it's a Doomed weapon, but it's the second best red Doomed weapon. Maybe first. It's pretty good. Doomed Heirloom is poo-poo. Got Glowing Core. This one's really good. It's Explodey. It's kind of better than the other one that we saw because it's for constructs. One of the best Explodey weapons. Probably not the best, but it's one of the best Explodey weapons. Construct is a good typing. Might even be like the second best typing, third best typing. You know, we got Elemental, which is the best. Goblin's pretty good. Construct is up there. So, and it's an Explodey weapon for one of the best typings. And it's good color, too, because a lot of constructs are like brown. And this thing's yellow and green. And then it blows up brown. so it's not gonna, it's good, it goes on your team, like good. Always here. This thing is here. I think we just had a weapon for, didn't we have the Scrab of Nefertani like a couple weeks ago, or last week or something? It's another ingredient to Dustbringer, right? Yeah, see it's right here? See it's there on the right? So we just had the bug, the one on the left, bottom left. We just had that. So if you got that, now you can get this. Now you have 2 out of the 3 weapons for Dustbringer. Dustbringer isn't the best, but it's nice to have. It's good. It's okay. And you want, it's like just something you get. You're playing Gems of War, you get Dustbringer eventually. You collect the weapons because it's going to be so long before it comes back. Like, it's going to be literally 38 weeks before you see this weapon again. So that's why you get it, is because how long it's going to be before you see it again. It's not because it's good or you're going to use it or anything, but it's an ingredient for Dustbringer, and it's going to be a long time before it comes back, so that's why you grab it. So if you're missing Ankh of Nefertani, that would be the weapon that you would grab, just to invest in your future, kind of. Keg's Crusher is a tool for your tool belt. Might be good like this week, maybe, if you have a full team of dwarves and you need a weapon and you're going to make yourself Rune Priest. But remember not to use these weapons unless you make your whole team dwarf, including your hero. That's what they're for. Forbidden Tome is not good. Axe of Dhrak-Zum is not good. Karag's Invention, tool for your tool belt, right? Your whole team is Dhrak-Zum. Make your hero Dhrak-Zum and it'll work alright. Stone Slicer's good. So we got some good weapons. We got Stone Slicer, the Doom Shovel, the Glowing Core. You got the weapon for Dustbringer. This is a really good weapon week in the Soul Forge. So we got the first time ever Aladdin, basically. First time ever Aladdin is in the Soul Forge, and then we have like 3-4 good weapons. So Stone Slicer's great. If you make a full team of Construct now, it's great. It does purple and brown. It uses purple, and brown is good for Construct. Doom Blade is good. Dude, we got like 5 good weapons here. It's a good weapon week. Doom Blade is good. It's like the best blue doomed weapon. Look at this. It does damage to all enemies and then transforms red gems to Doom Skulls. So it's doing 2 great things. Sometimes you just need all damage to all enemies with your weapon. Like there's no other good troops or something. And then it also changes red to Doom Skull to do even more damage. These are always here, right? Poo-poo. Alright, these are always here. Alright, so lots of good weapons. Lots of good weapons. And even if you have all the good weapons, you might need Stonecaller, which is alright. But definitely recommend Doomed Impaler, Glowing Core, Ankh of Nefertani, Stone Slicer, and Doomed Blade. If you're missing any of those, you should probably craft them. The one that would be most annoying to miss is probably the weapon for the Dustbringer, but if I had to choose like one, like if you're missing all of them, I don't know, dude. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to decide. There is like a red, isn't Guild Wars is red next? I don't know. It's up to you on that. There's 2 good doomed weapons and 2 good, a good explodey weapon and a good tool for your tool belt weapon. So whatever you actually need, I guess. Do you need lots of damage? Doomed Blade. Do you need, you know, to make a construct team that's super synergetic? Then Stone Slicer. Do you need, the Dustbringer? Then Ankh of Nefertani. Do you need an explodey weapon for constructs where you don't have to make your hero construct, but you probably will anyway because you can 50% start the rest of your team? Glowing Core. Do you need to loop on red? Doomed Impaler. But yeah, that's the Soul Forge. Pretty good Soul Forge as far as like cool stuff there. Nothing's gonna like, nothing awesome, no like top 10 mythic or anything, or #1 legendary or anything like that, but a new mythic pretty much, and a bunch of cool weapons. You're from Funktown, Texas. So Lion says, when you craft the Dustbringer, does it mean the 3 required weapons will be consumed? Nah, you can still use them if you want. They still count towards their kingdom and everything. They don't get consumed. It's just like you have to have them to be able to craft the Dustbringer. Same thing with like the lovers when you make the wand. It doesn't get consumed. You still have the lovers card. It's just a required component to make. It's like you gotta be 21 to get into the bar type of thing. They're not gonna take your age from you. They're not gonna take your license. You just have to show it. So when you walk up to the bar, there's the bouncer. They're like, show me your license. You look young. And you show them you're 21. They're like, all right, buddy. They give your license back and you get to go in the bar. You're just kind of showing the Ankh Nefertani. Like, I can get Dustbringer, right? They're like, yeah. And then you say, okay, and you put your Ankh back in your pocket. All right. So what else are we gonna do? We already the shop. Let's do the shop. What do we got? This is our new troop for the week. Forsaken Guardian. Dhrak-Zum, Undead Monster, 13 blue-brown. Deal damage to 2 random enemies boosted by cursed gems, then create 4 cursed gems. It's undying and has cursed aura, 10% chance to create a cursed gem when my turn begins, and accursed. So, nothing game-breaking, nothing game-changing. I don't think anybody's really going to use it, per se. 4 cursed gems is going to do nothing. The damage isn't enough, and it's random, and the traits aren't great. 10% is so low. They're not a great troop, but not horrible either. But you get the Arcane Shield trait stones. If you want a bunch of trait stones, look at this. You can get like 1 million. Just use your glory. And you can fully trait some legendaries and mythics. Blue-brown. Let's go check out all your blue-brown troops. And get these trait stones. Arcane trait stones. Blue-brown. So go put blue, brown, all color, base rarity. And then make sure you have everything traded. And if you don't, get some arcane trait stones. And fully trade them. So that is the shop. Right. Let's take a look at the event key drop table. We got Dhrak-Zum. Is it a good one? I don't know. Let's check it out. Clear filter. Let's do Dhrak-Zum. Base rarity and show all. So these are the troops you can get from using event keys this week. We all know how event keys work, right? There's a different kingdom every week. The event key only drops troops from that kingdom of the week. This week it's Dhrak-Zum. So if you use event keys this week, you're going to get Dhrak-Zum troops from those chests. That's a good way to target certain troops. Like, oh, I'm missing this troop. Oh, what kingdom is it from? Oh, it's from Dhrak-Zum. So what should I do? Oh, I should use my event keys during Dhrak-Zum week. So these are what you'll get. You got Fallen Valdis, one of the worst in the game. You got Ghost King Grimhorn. He was kind of ho-hum. True damage to the first 2 enemies. Convert all yellow gems to Doom Skulls to boost the effect. Conjure a Doomstorm magic 4 more gems. It's okay. It's B tier. Probably B. B minus. Maybe straight up B. B tier. Got Gormagamagamaganadur. This is the current campaign mythic, so you cannot get it through event keys, or else I would be trying to get it. So it doesn't matter whether it's good or not, because you can't get it with event keys. Can't get this with event keys either, obviously. This is a dragon. You'll get use eggs to get this one. So you can get Fallen Valdis, you can get Ghost King Grimhorn, you can get Obsidious. Obsidious is pretty good. I can't remember. I think it was honorable mention for top 20 mythics, right? It was close. It was at least in discussion, but it did not make the list. I think something like that. You guys, I got my top 20 mythics out there on a video. I got my top 20 legendaries out there on a video. And now we have top 20 epics out there on a video. So if you ever want to fact check me, Obsidious was either at the very bottom or in discussion or honorable mention, but it's not a solid top 20. It used to be. It's still really good. It's like an A tier freaking mythic. But, so you got summon a dust storm when an enemy dies, reduce damage from skulls by 50%, stun all enemies on 4 or 5 gem match. This is this is a good mythic. Mambasira had no good traits. This thing has good traits. And then look at its spell. Look how much is on there. Mambasira was deal this much damage to 6 random enemies, and that's all it had. And it was a range, and it could be on the bottom of the range. Like, that's horrible. Look at this thing's sentence. Deal 64 heavy splash damage to a random enemy. Destroy a 5x5 block. There's a 50% chance to deal 64 light splash damage to a random enemy. Now, that's a mythic. Imagine if it was just deal heavy splash damage to a random enemy. That would be Mambasira. And then it had no good traits. Right? So, Obsidius is a good example of a mythic. But it's like an A tier, not an S tier. It's not a top... All the top 20s are usually like A plus or S tier. This thing is like A minus or something. Still really good, though. So you can get Valen Valdes, Ghost King Grimhorn, or Obsidius out of your event key this week. The legendaries, you got Glaceon, who is a top 20 legendary. King Bloodhammer, who goes really good with Glaceon. I think he just fell shy of the top 20. King of Runes you can't get. I don't have it, but you get it through vault keys, not event keys. That's how you get tarot cards. So if you're missing the lovers, you have to open vault keys. So, you know, a couple good legendaries, but once again, not super top tier. And event keys are so hard to get, you kind of have to only use them on super top tier mythics, not just random ones you're missing. Unless it's like the last one you're missing, I guess. Then the rest of these, you know, Moira's okay. Got a Goblin. You know, nothing great. If you are throwing event keys this week, which I don't recommend, and I'm not telling you to at all, you're really hoping you get Obsidius, Glaceon, and King Bloodhammer, most likely. And maybe with the side of Ghost King Grimhorn. And a Moira, maybe. That'd be what you're hoping for. But don't do it. What else? There's a campaign going on right now. You know, make sure you do it. And gotta do the Underspire. Probably hard this week, is it? I haven't made a team yet. Well, you got Garnisherlin, I guess. It's not too bad. So it's a Dhrak-Zum restriction here. Probably just build around Garnisherlin. I don't know how, but... So you take Garnisherlin. You find yourself a mana-generating weapon. That's a good start to your team. It's a Dragon Boss. Got the Glowing Core. Can't use Stone Slicer because Garnisherlin's not a construct. I guess you could. This thing's blue and yellow, that's good. And Dhrak-Zum allies. This is from Dhrak-Zum, so Stonecaller. Blows up brown gems. Garnisherlin uses brown gems. It's blue and yellow. Garnisherlin does not use blue or yellow, so that's a great weapon for Garnisherlin. That's a good start to our team. Now we just need some other stuff, either to do damage or to mana generate. Oh no. So Ice Worm does blue. Doom of Stone, Bound Dredge. Green to brown. Could do just Ice Goblin for real. Uses, well, 6 Freeze Gems. Explode a Gem. 7 Doom Skulls. Brown. 4 Foul Eyes. Riff. Destroy a column. Blue and brown. That might be cool. Yellow, purple. It's not blocking our Garnisherlin at all. It is blocking our weapon a little bit. Maybe. what's this do? Create 4 brown gems boosted by blue allies. Freeze a random enemy. Purple. Need something to mana generate, and then maybe some backup damage. We could do this as backup damage. We got it's blue and purple though. We have like every color right now. I think I remember we've had this before, maybe. These two to get up this. Could just do something with like. Could just do like Obsidious to stun. Give 2 magic to all brown allies and matching brown gems. Do I have another one? I could do 2 Garnisherlands. Be kind of funny. I don't know. What was the other thing? See, these are restrictions. It's like, dude, Brainbuster City. Brainbuster. We got yellow, purple, blue, green, brown, red. We got every single color right now. I might as well do this then. But if you don't have that, just throw Obsidious or Ghost King Grimhorn. Doesn't really matter. Your last slot can be whatever you want. Well, Garnisherland is... We're getting up Garnisherland with these two. That's what I'm doing here. So whatever you want to put in the last slot, we already have every single color. So whatever you put here is going to get blocked, most likely. You could put, like, Ice Goblin here and then put Garnisherland all the way at the bottom, but then... I guess then you're blocking it on red a little bit. But... So if you don't have 2 Garnisherlands, maybe put Ice Goblin here, and then at least Garnisherland could still catch green and brown. I think I'm just going to do that. I won't even need to. Like, right now, I don't even need to. But that's going to be the team later, so... And you guys might not have to. I'm just saying, like, use Ice Goblin if you don't have to. We're probably going to try to get up our mana generators big time, because they really got to get up to get our stuff going here. We can 50% start the Ice Troll and the Stonecaller. So maybe we do go in a little bit on our Garnisherland. We're going to minus a color. I don't want to do it on our mana generators. Maybe Garnisherland. Maybe like red. We have that? No, of course not. Guess green's the only other option. Okay. It's fine. Even though we have 2 green, like you won't have 2 green if you do the Ice Goblin, and then we're really trying to get up our mana generators, and then brown is like the main color for Garnisherland, so I'm going to go like this. And then our class, we're going to do Titan, that way we can 50% start our Ice Troll and our hero. And we'll have a Brown Storm. Make sure we have it. Yep, alright. This thing does, what's the Ice Troll do again? Am I tripping? Brown and blue. Not bad. Get up our weapon and our Garnisherland, hopefully. It's a good, decent, not even, guess it's not a tank, but we can 50% start it, that's why. Alright, let's see how it goes. I need to run a fight. Maybe I tweak it. You tweaking? Yandy's here. Alright, 50% started Ice Troll and weapon. Might as well do some skulls, I guess. Get our yellow. There's our Ice Troll. I think if I have both, it's going to depend. How much? We got 7 and 11. So, I don't know. Let's see how that goes. Does it get an extra turn on 7 and 11? Yep, it got an extra turn. Okay, now it's not up. Do we have an extra turn? Nope. Let's do this. There's Garnisherland. We win. Our team's pretty tough, dude. Got a troll in first slot, 50% started. We got a weapon in second slot that can summon, that blows up brown for Garnisherland. You know, the troll throws brown up on the board. It's 50% started. It also throws blue up for our weapon. And then our weapon blows up brown. So that's really synergetic right there. Blue and brown getting thrown up on the board. Blue gets up the weapon that then blows up the brown. You see what I mean? And then Garnisherland uses the brown. Right, you've got to get your free lantern no matter who you are. Always do at least that first fight. Alright, let's do one more fight with this. And you might want to... You could do like an Anu. If you... Because we're really, like, the main thing we're doing is getting up Garnisherland. I had seasons on. I was doing, something. Can't remember what I was doing. I think I had a Skull team for my beginner team for my low-level team on, Journey, so I put on seasons. I think that's why. I did, like, Moira and Mang for my low-level team. Alright, one more fight, this time with Nishas and an Anu. Alright, we gotta get up our troll. Boop. And if we only have the troll, might as well. Got up our weapon. That was the main goal. There's Garnisherland. It's like a song and dance to get up Garnisherland, kinda. Garnisherland's 28 mana cost, so sometimes you do have to do a song and dance to get up a 28 mana cost super strong dragon. And a weird restriction. Alright, I'd go highest level here. We got level 10, level 13. So let me do this last fight so I know which way I'm going. Buying the Glory Troop for the free Arcane Trait Stones is such a good deal. I'm just short of Celestial Trait Stones to fully trait some troops. Any tips on farming or getting Celestials? Celestials are... Get Celestials from doing Explore, but it's like random. It's not, you can't go to a certain kingdom to get Celestials. It's kind of... so the main way, you could craft them in the Soul Forge, I think, and then just like playing all your events and like being in a good guild and stuff like that gives you Celestials as well. It's like a slower way, obviously, but kind of got to do everything you can for stuff like that. If you're playing the game, you know, the right way every day, like, you're gonna have Celestials. Not that you aren't, I'm just saying, like, it might be slow. They don't come super fast early game, Celestial Trait Stones. It's like the hardest Trait Stone. It's like the rarest Trait Stone, right? It's like all colors and the rarest. So it's the hardest one to get because it's the rarest one. What do you need Celestials for? Maybe like a Mythic or something? Here, we'll take a look at it after this. Alright, here we don't have so much brown, but we got a lot of blue. But Garnisherland's almost up either way, so. Boink. Alright, let's look at Celestials. See all the places you can get them. Well, let me show this team code first. If you're super duper high level, this is what you would use. If you don't have 2 Garnisherlands, use an Ice Goblin instead, and then put Garnisherland on the bottom, and it's kind of like, you got 3 things that are, just get up Garnisherland, cast it, win. If you lose your first slot, you can summon something else in. I think I'll probably be good with this the whole way. Garnisherland is what? It's just a Diamantina. You should probably have it. Like, those dragons have been in the game for such a long time. You should probably have Garnisherland, I would say. I showed this, right? Yeah, I did. Boop. Alright, Celestial Trait Stones. Where do you get them? Oh, you know, it is Explore. Like, if you had to answer, like, where do I farm Celestial Trait Stones? It is Explore, but... like, with Arcanes, you can go to a specific kingdom and get Arcanes. With Celestials, they just pop up occasionally. They're super rare. So it's harder to farm them. You kind of... but, if you... let's see. I wonder if there's any in here. Sometimes they're in events. Like right here, look. 3 Celestial Trait Stones. So that's part of being in a good guild. Why you want to be in a good guild. Being in a good guild gives you, like, all the stuff. You know, it's not just like a bunch of gold or just like a bunch of gems or just like a bunch of keys or something. It's like a bunch of everything. Being in a good guild gets you a bunch of everything. So, like, 3 Celestials are right here. Pretty much every event, I think, has Celestials in them. At some point, you know? But there's 3 there. That's only 3. Where, okay, does this have any? Might not. Yep, doesn't. Just orbs. But orbs are kind of like celestials. If you chase every orb, you'll start getting more orange orbs, and those can be used to fully trait things. You don't even need a celestial if you have orange orbs. And you're only going to want to fully trait like certain things. You don't want to fully trait like everything you got in your inventory. It's just like the troops that need to be traded that you're actually using are the ones that you're going to use trait stones on. Not like every troop ever that you're not even using. Like eventually you can, but wait till you build up celestials and you build up orange orbs to start trading like everything in the game. Like only trait the things that you're actually using like to fight. And then where else? In Soul Forge, I think you can like make them right here. So if it's your jewels, so do your dungeon every day. If you do your dungeon every day, you'll get your jewels. And then you can change your jewels into celestials. You want to do that like a lot, but like if you have a certain troop that you want to fully, and you do 1 or 2 celestials, it wouldn't be that bad. But what are celestials really used for? As far I can't even check probably because all my stuff is fully upgraded. But like, what are they used for? Is it for trading? I might be able to see right here. Okay. So you need 4 for mythics. Do you need celestials for legends? I already got it fully traded, dang it. I don't think you need celestials for legends though, right? So like the only troops that need celestials are mythics. In really early game, you don't need to use mythics, so it's not that big of a deal if you don't have celestials. So I wouldn't waste my time like going out of my way to farm celestials unless it's for a very specific mythic that's going to improve like your everyday. Like there isn't that many for real. Like it'd have to be a dragon or Ironhawk or like High King Iron Gut or like Kafru Takshaka, something like that. It had to be like a really good mythic for it to be worth it to fully trade it if you're a beginner. Like mythic just means rare, it doesn't mean like good all the time. So like, your Queen Beatrix and your Shoggoth and your Panoxia and your Tesla and your all that stuff is better than some mythics. So like this guy, for example, I would not want to fully trade it if I was a beginner. I'm not going to waste all those trait stones and all those celestials to fully trait this junky mythic that I'm never going to use. Just because I got it. So the real way to like farm certain things is to just not use them unless you absolutely have to use them. Like what exactly are you fully trading Solion? Like which troop? Sean is here. Jets is here. Yoke, it's crazy busy. Usually the last trade of troops need 1 or 2 celestials. Soulforge weapons also need celestials. Oh, epics? Okay, so every troop needs them? From epic up to... See, it's hard for me to see because I have everything fully traded and like 1 billion celestials. I don't have anything to upgrade. Can I do this one? Okay, hold on. Ah, yeah, you do need 2 here. It's a lot of stuff, but only do the things that you actually need to, right? So this thing, who cares? I'm not going to use it. I'll do it because I have 1 million of everything, and I have everything done already. But if I was a beginner, I wouldn't just be fully trading this random troop for no reason, then wasting trait stones, wasting celestials that I could use on a good troop that comes in next week. But yeah, celestials, the main way is probably in the Soul Forge, honestly. Like, do your dungeon every day, get a bunch of jewels, get a bunch of shards, and then use those jewels and shards to make celestials when you need them, though, on a very important specific troops. Don't just be doing it all the time on new troops that you get that suck. Like, make sure there's a reason that you're doing it. Like, if you're going for Royal Honey on Queen Beatrix, for example. Like, if you're going for, I don't know, Ironhawk's 3rd trait, for example. If you're going for Kafru's third trait, for example, that's when you would use a Celestial. But there's also orange orbs out there. If you're playing over weeks and weeks and weeks, like this has orbs in it, the guild event has orbs in it, the guild event has Celestials in it, the dungeon has jewels that you can turn into Celestials. Like, they're pretty much all over the place. As long as you're playing every day and doing all the events you should be doing every day, you should be having Celestials. And then as long as you're not just blowing them on random stuff, when you need them, you should have them, most likely. Like, I've done new account playthroughs before, and I was never short on anything. I was never, like, missing anything. Like, I never had to farm anything because I wasn't spending anything unless I absolutely had to. I had my Goblin team, and that helped me get to Rowan, and then I built my Rowan team, and I used an orange orb to get Mirage Queen fully traded. I didn't need to fully trait Rowan because their traits don't do anything. You know, I had an orange orb probably to fully trait my Leprechaun. I never needed any. I never ran out of anything or needed anything for something that was, like, super needed. If I get a random weird troop, I'm not going to just upgrade it, fully trade it for no reason if I'm not going to use it. Eventually you can, but that's after, like, weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're in a good guild, and, like, all these rewards are coming in, guild tasks. You go right here, look like this. You do this, right? If you're in a good guild and you get, like, everything, including Celestials. I didn't get one there, of course, but yesterday I probably did. But there's so many places that you'll get Celestials if you're just playing the game normally, like doing your guild event, then doing your event on Tuesday, and then doing your pet on Wednesday, and then doing your class event on Thursday, and then doing your weekend event, and then getting into better and better guilds, and then not wasting Celestials on weird stuff. You'll build them up to where when you actually have something that's good, like, I don't know, you open some keys, you open your random keys and you get Ironhawk. Well, now I definitely need a Celestial because I got to get that third trait on Ironhawk. Or you get Queen Beatrix in the Underworld. Well, now I got to get that third trait because it's Royal Honey and I'm going to use that in the dungeon. If you're not going to use the third trait, why spend the resource to get the third trait? Some people make the mistake in this game of every single troop they get, they're leveling it up, they're fully trading it, but then they never use it. So what was the point? Now you're out of something and you're asking how to farm it. When you could have just not done that, and now when you get the good troop, you can fully it. And then later on, you fully the stinky, crappy troops. Like, after you wait, do the good ones, keep your stuff close to your chest, like, keep enough to be able to do the good ones, which will happen, because you're only going to get it, like, a new good troop, like, once a week or so. So you should have enough to do the one good troop each week. Keep doing the good one that I'm actually using, good one that I'm actually using, good one that I'm actually using, good one that I'm actually using. And then eventually you'll build up, like, an excess of everything. And then you can start doing the crappy ones for whatever reason that people have, like, Kingdom Power or something. Like, you can do that later. Like, Kingdom Level and Power is not the first thing you do in the game. Leveling everything in the game and trading everything in the game is not the first thing you do in the game. You know, you get your Rowan team going, you get your Queen Beatrix going, you get all the good underworld troops, and then you start, you know, later, way later, you probably get Tesla and Venoxia first, you probably get your first Mythic first, and then later you start leveling and trading, like, weird stuff. But the real answer is, you know, Explorer, you can get Celestials. The Soul Force, you can get Celestials. Like, every event has Celestials. You can use Orbs instead of Celestials. That's probably the answer. They just come in slowly over time. It's not something you can super farm super fast. Like, for real. But you don't use them every day either. You use them every once in a while on good troops. Epics up to Mythics might be Legends to Mythics. Legends need Celestials too. One article I read online said not to look for it, then it will drop. Yeah, for real. But, like, what Legendary? You know, we don't have to do every Legendary. We don't have to fully trade every Legendary, you know. Probably at least half the Legendaries have shitty traits we don't need to get anyway. And then probably only, like, 10 of them are ones that we really need bad. So by the time you actually find those 10 legendaries, you'll have enough Celestials, as long as you're not getting fully trading weird stuff. Don't you need them for classes too? You might, but you work on each class slowly. You don't do every class all at the same time. So you should have the Celestial or whatever you might need for your class's third trait or whatever. Yeah, because classes do have traits. If we look at classes, classes might even be the first thing you would do, like as far as Celestials. That's a good point. Because some of the traits are really good. 50% chance for skull damage to be lethal. Start battles with full mana. I bet you that second trait, though, you don't need a Celestial to get. And that's like the best one. The 50% start's the best one. The third trait probably needs a Celestial, though. Which is cool, but you don't need it. You can get it later. We're not totally ignoring it. We're just getting it later when we actually have the Celestial. Like, the traits you want on classes are usually like the 50% start. Like Elementalist, you definitely want that third trait. That's a perfect example of something you could use an orange orb on. Right here. Who cares about Celestials? Who cares about farming? Just use an orange orb. Bang. Now you got it. It's worth it. Nobody will tell you did anything wrong if you use a big orange orb on this. You're going to eventually have so many orange orbs you don't know what to do with them when you're me. And you're going to be like, man, I wish I had something to spend these orange orbs on. So why not at the beginning of the game, you get an occasional big orange orb, why not use it on Elementalist and Queen Beatrix and the Mirage Queen and Leprechaun, and bang, you're good to go, and now you don't have to use them. You just use those troops to go get some more. And then you just save them up after that for Zul'Goth and Maelstrom Dagonath and whatnot. But it's totally fine, and you should have some orbs. You should have orbs. If you're in a guild and you're doing events, and you're doing the Vault event, which just happened, you should have orbs. And you're perfectly fine. I know some people, like, orbs feel like something you gotta hold on to. I don't know why, like, Celestials don't feel like that. They should. Or why keys don't feel like that. They should. But some people, like, for some reason, they hold on to their orbs and they don't want to use them. You start feeling like that about every resource, and a little bit less about your orbs. Quit holding on to your orbs so tightly. They're gonna get blue and blow up or something, or it's gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt them if you keep clutching them so hard. Quit Michael Jackson and your orbs so much. Like, just use them, especially on really good stuff that you're actually gonna use. Queen Beatrix and Mirage Queen and Leprechaun and Elementalist. Just use your orange orbs. That negates. Now, who cares about Celestial trait stones or anything? Like, you got orbs for that. It's kind of like a lot of the game right now. You got orbs for that, buddy. Souls, you got orbs for that. You know, more copies of the troop, you got orbs for that. Keys, you got orbs for that. Trait stones, you got orbs for that. That's why we barely have to farm anything except the Vault event. Because you got orbs for that now, you know what I mean? One day they'll make like a real gold orb that's for gold instead of like a glory one. Alright. Drops in chests sometimes as well, you're right. Classes need it too. The orange orbs from events are a big help. Yep. Don't get crazy now. I'm saying there's very specific troops you use orange orbs on, and then you kind of stop. And then you save them up. Because you really want to get Zul'Goth and Maelstrom Dagonath because they're super strong. But early, when you're like making your base team that's going to do everything for you, like why not use your valuable resources to make that team better by fully trading Mirage Queen or fully trading Leprechaun or fully trading Elementalist? Like, some troops don't even need to be. If you look at troops, like for real, like look at their third trait. Like, a lot of troops, who cares, right? Like, some people are like fully trading everything in the game. Why would you waste a Celestial on this? All demons gain 2 attack and life at the start of each turn. Who cares? Aguara. Create 1 spirit gem when my turn begins. Who cares, right? Ares. Give 4 armor to all allies and matching brown. Who cares, right? Aladdin. 35%. Woohoo! Aldrich. Create 1 ghost gem my turn. Woohoo! Amarok. That one's pretty good, but you don't need it right away. Nope. Sucks. Nope. Who cares? Nope. Sucks. It's just kind of okay. That one's good. Nope, sucks. That one's good. Nope, sucks. That one's good. Nope, sucks. So they like most of them sucks. Okay. Okay. Sucks. These are mythics too. Sucks. 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 Dude, this one, who cares about this even? Who cares? You don't need Chrysantherax fully traded. Steal 4 life when matching skull gems. Who cares? Who cares? Sucks. 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 Eh. You know? See what I mean? Like, who cares? We can't just be... We're not going to fully trait every troop in the game, because a lot of it doesn't matter, and they suck. Like, it sucks. You're just doing specific things. Like, do things that are actually going to matter for you, that you're actually going to use. Like, you don't... You know... Use your resources on things that you're using to kill enemies, not to just level up stuff you're never going to use. Like, this would be a good one to get fully traded. Ember Claw. I would use a Celestial on that in a heartbeat. I'd use a Orange Orb on that in a heartbeat. Because you might use it, actually. But this one? No. Why would you do that? You're never going to use her, and her third trait's not good. So why would you... I mean... Somebody be like, during the faction event, you're actually, technically, but you know what I mean. That's this whole game. That's like one thing you could learn. I don't know if it's a problem for people or not, but in my new account playthroughs, I'm never, maybe for 1 second during one live stream, I don't have enough souls or something to do one little thing, but then it's like I'm never missing anything. So I'm playing, if you play the game the same way as I do, you're going to have everything, and you're going to have it when you need it. If you just, like, level, like, I got a new card, I got to level it, and then I got to fully trade it, but it's some stinky, like, weird card, you just wasted, like, all those trait stones, and all those souls, or that orb, or that celestial, you just wasted it, because the very next card you could get could be a good one that you want to use, and now you don't have that stuff, because you just used it on the stinky card. So you just got to especially early game when you don't have so many resources, you got to only use them on stuff you're actually using to kill things, like in your team. 4 troops. There's 4 troops on your team. There's not 40. You got 4 troops on your team. Those are the 4 you should concentrate on. And then if you get a better one, you put it in the team. Now it's still part of those 4. So, yeah, concentrate on those 4 troops, especially early game. Later in the game, you're going to have multiple teams that you need. Late game kind of boils back down to just a couple of teams, but early game you have like 1 team that you're using. Mid game is when you probably have like 3 or 4 or 5 teams you're using. Then late game it kind of goes back to only having 1 or 2 teams you're using. So what's the point of fully trading and leveling things you're not using at all? The only thing somebody could say is Kingdom Power, but you don't need to do that. You don't need to do every Kingdom Power and every kingdom right away as soon as you start the game. That's something you gradually work on over time, over years and years and years, not all at once in one day. You're not going to go try to do your kingdom power as high as you can go in every kingdom, so who cares? Go get that 1 armor by wasting all your resources, and now you got to farm for hours and hours and hours every day. Yeah, kingdom level and power, especially later in the game, but not early game. You shouldn't care about it so much early game. Doesn't matter. You're just doing your magic kingdoms to certain little soft caps. That doesn't require too much. Do your main team first, and then you can work on that if you want. They'll come in. Just do it when you can do it. Don't force it. If you want to farm all day, that's fine. You can farm all day, but you can play this game without farming 100%. But if you want to waste your time and farm, then go for it. But you're just forcing something that's barely going to help you. And then you're going to waste a bunch of time forcing something that's barely going to help you. Instead of just waiting patiently. And not leveling every troop you get and trading every troop you get. Just so you can get a little bit of kingdom power on a random kingdom that's going to give you 1 life. Because of the cows. Usually true. Yeah, a lot of troops in this game don't even need celestials. Yep. That's a big thing. Like, I feel like with this game, I don't know for sure, but I feel like when people get stuff, they're trying to fully everything as soon as they get it, and then they're too focused on kingdom power early when they shouldn't be. Like, we need to turn that down a little bit. Like, back in the day, it wasn't turned up enough, and I had to make everybody aware. Like, make sure you concentrate on your kingdom level and power. But this is like once a month, not every day. You're not staring at your kingdoms every day and trying to level them up every day. You check them out like once, maybe at the beginning of the game you do it like once a week, but when you get later and later, it's like once a month. You go around and look at all your kingdoms and like level them up if you can. Kingdom level and power. You don't do it every freaking day all the way to the max, like trying to scramble to do kingdom power to a weird power level. You don't do that. Concentrate more on getting your events done and doing your dailies and whatnot. You don't stare at your kingdom level and power every day. Because nobody knew that's how you get stats back in the day. So I was like, alright, you gotta do your kingdom level and power, but now too many people, like, that's their answer to everything, and it's kind of getting annoying. It's always kingdom level and power as the answer. Too dumb, like, you know, to give themselves an excuse to do something stupid. The answer is always kingdom level and power. Nowadays. Back in the day, they didn't even know about it. Now it's like the answer to everything. It's kind of getting on my nerves. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time, which would be, I guess Friday? Friday? What do we got Friday? Is it like bounty or something? It's right here. Yep, bounty. And a new mythic. So especially the new mythic Friday. We'll be going after the new mythic, and we'll be making teams for the new mythic. It looks interesting. It doesn't look amazing, I don't think, but it looks interesting. Sorry to say, you can't just blow all your keys on the new thing. I mean, you can if you want to run out of keys, but it looks interesting. I think it might be okay, but I don't know if it's going to be amazing. It's not Kafru, Takshaka, Ironhawk territory. It's more Ghost King Grimhorn territory, but looks alright. So, I'll see y'all there on Friday for bounty / new mythic. Thanks for joining me today, JM Ricks, Anita, Funky Town, Soul Lion, Beg for Mercy, Welsh, Mr. Alien. We got Jets, we got Soul Lion. Go check out my new, I promise you. If you have any trouble, you're missing anything, you're like, oh, he didn't really answer my question, go check out my new account playthrough. Treat it like a podcast. I know it's super long. I'm going to maybe do another one day. Go watch that. I promise. Just go watch it from jump to end. It'll show you exactly what to do in the game. Exactly what to do. And you'll see no farming. 0. You'll see no mythics. I don't even need to use mythics. 0. And I have 10,000 gems and all kinds of gold. I'm in a good guild. I'm getting mythics. I'm crushing the game as a beginner. On a brand new account. Spending no money. Brand new account. Crushing it. Smoking it. Like, doing everything easily. Not farming. 0% farming. Vault event, that's it. And, of course, Underworld. Like, you gotta farm a little, but it's certain things. Every time you see a vault event, farm it. And then you're doing your City of Thieves 3 times a day. But other than that, I'm not gold farming, soul farming, tradestone farming, metal farming. I'm doing none of that. And I'm doing great. I have all the good troops. I'm doing great. I'm in a good guild, doing awesome. So go check it out. The new account playthrough from like a year ago, 2 years ago at this point. I don't know what it is. But it goes step by step, shows you. There's no like all of a sudden he has all the mythics. No, it shows you every single thing going from step to step to step. Exactly how. There's no secret farming in the background. No, nothing. You can see everything step by step. How you can do exactly what I'm telling you, exactly right now, how to play the game. It's what I did. And I've done it multiple times, so it's not some guy that's been playing for 8 years that's out of touch. Like, I've done new account playthroughs, boom, boom, boom. I know how to play the game. I know what to say. I know how to give advice to all stages of the game. The only one, like, the mid-game is the worst. Like, I need to go mid-game these days, maybe. But beginner and end-game, I know exactly what I'm talking about. So, anyway, I've been mid-game in a long time, though. I will admit that. Belated happy Labor Day, let's go. Special shout out to Anita, Asana, and Chad. The usual, they got their freaking names engraved in the seats. They put Anita has been here. Sana is cool. Chad is a Chad. Usual suspects. They got their pictures hanging on the wall and everything. But thank you so much. Funky Town was first. Chad was second. Yoke was third. Let's see what YouTube thinks. YouTube likes Chad. 150 experience, number 1. YouTube likes Funky Town, number 2. 125 experience. And JM Ricks, number 3. 100 experience. Let's go. YouTube likes you guys. And yeah, special shout out to Chad, Anita, Sana. Appreciate y'all. Tent polls, though, everybody. Appreciate everybody. Watching, lurking, watching after. Just in the chat asking questions, just chatting, hitting that like, watching the stream. Tent polls, let's go. You guys rock. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out. See you Friday. New Mythic Bounty.